everybody, welcome back to Real Good Pilates. I'm Michelle, and today I have for you a mat Pilates workout. So we're gonna get some good core strength going. We're gonna work through the hips, through the back of the body, get the glutes fired up, ankles and feet moving. So it's all around gonna feel very good, and I hope you like it. Flip onto our side. You're gonna hold your head in your bottom hand, kick your bottom leg forward slightly, have it straight, and then your top leg is gonna reach long in line with your spine, kind of at hip height. Okay, this top hand presses into the mat to support you. You can always remove it to challenge your balance, which is super tricky. So, reaching this leg long, we're just gonna take some lifts and some lowers with it, nice and easy. Good. You want to feel your bottom oblique pulling slightly away from the mat so it's nice and active. Good. If your leg lifts so high that you lose that oblique lift, that's not good. So keep it in a nice small range. Very good. Okay, now lift the leg up to hip height. Flex your foot and ankle and bring your knee forward. Bend it, kick it back away and point the foot, and then lower the leg. So we lift, flex and bend, kick back and point the foot, and then lower down. Yeah, so another chance to kind of coordinate the ankle and the knee while articulating through the whole foot. Very good. Nice. Couple more times. So my bottom leg is really driving into the floor, so that outer thigh is working as well. So good, you guys. Couple more. Feel the low abdominals pulling the knee forward without tucking through the tail. Okay, now the next time you bend the knee, we're going to go continuously. So we're just going to bend and press. So I point and stretch, flex and bend. That's it. Good. It's a lot of work for the obliques and the whole of our core to not get rotated as this leg is moving in and out. So good. Two more. Now pause with the knee bent, and you're just going to lower the knee a little, lift it a little. Lower and lift. So maintaining that flexed position of the knee. Try not to roll the pelvis forward and back. Ooh, so good. And if you take your hand off the floor right now, it's much, much harder. Hand is super supportive. Last two. Good. Now pause with your leg at a hover right at hip height, and you're going to brush your bent leg behind your body and then bring it back front. Good. Push away and then return. Good. Try to have this come purely from the hip, not from the back arching and tucking. So good. Nice. Swing and front. So just getting that hip extension and flexion. You might feel a nice little stretch at the front of your thigh as the leg goes back. So good. Almost done. Now when your leg goes to the front, kick it to straight. When it goes to the back, bend it. So we're kicking and reaching, bending and pressing. Good. One and then press. Good. Two more times. Keep the knee down and in. Don't let it flare up into external rotation. Last one. Whew. And then rest it down. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to bring the legs both together in line with the spine. Bottom arm is going to reach long, palm on the mat. Top arm is going to go on your top hip if possible, but you can bring the arm back if you need it. Okay, we're going to do some double leg lifts. So I'm going to float my feet off the mat and then return. Yes, and if you're totally losing your balance, just place the hand on the mat in front of you. You can also kick the leg slightly forward if you find you're falling over. That's it. So it's almost like the bottom leg is lifting the top leg. So it's a lot of inner thigh from the bottom side. Last two. Okay, now pause with the legs up in the air. Leave them there, and you're going to side bend your body up, gliding your fingertips towards your kneecap. Now don't move the legs. Glide your body back to the mat, and then lower the feet down. Whew, That is super tricky to break that up. Let's try it again. So your legs go first, your upper body laterally flexes to come up and join, and then we reverse it. Body lowers down first, and then legs to follow. So good. Couple more. Once the legs lift, they don't move an inch. Curl, get the rib close to hip. The hand has to slide along the floor. All right, now let's combine it into one complete movement. So the arm, the spine, and the legs go together, and then we release back down. So good. Side bend, glide. Really use that bottom side lat and armpit muscles to pull you up. And then release. So good, you guys. Two more. So we're opening up through the bottom side of the waist, shortening up through the top side. Last one. And then come on down. Whew, very nice. Okay, come on up. Let's do all of that on our other side. So we'll start with the bottom leg kicked slightly forward. I like to flex that ankle so I get a little bit more kind of surface area to push down, and then top leg reaches. All right, point through the ankle to start with, and then we'll go with the simple lifting and lowering. Good. That's it. So again, it's almost like there's just a little hand under this bottom side of the waist giving a little bit of a lift. Yeah, it doesn't have to be crazy, just enough so that the both sides of the abs are feeling connected. Okay, now pause with the leg up, flex the ankle and knee to march forward, kick back and point, and then lower. 1, 2, 3, and then down. Good. Up, in, away, and lower. Good. So the less movement through the pelvis and the spine, the more the leg gets to be the star. And reach, lower, and lift. Good. Make sure your chin is back. Your neck and chest are nice and open. All right, now let's go into some continuous bend and stretches. In and out. Moving through the ankle, flexing and pointing. Good. That little imaginary hand is still there under the waist. 2. Now pause with the leg bent, and you're just going to lower the shin, lift the shin. Good. Try to keep your ankle and knee on the same height as each other. Good. Feel that bottom ankle really driving down into the floor for 2. And then 1, hold the leg at hip height. Now we swing from back to front, extending the hip, and then back to flexion. Extend, and then flex. So good. Try to be solid everywhere else to allow the movement through the hip joint. Good. Keep the ankle flexed to help you feel a little bit more hamstring work. Push. Okay, now we start to kick the legs straight and then bend to press back. So we get a little hamstring stretch and then pull. Good. Maybe playing around with removing the top hand if it doesn't totally make you lose your stability. Last 2. And last one. Oh, so good. All right. Bring the legs back. Stack them together in line with your body. Reach the bottom arm long. Okay, here we go. Top hand on your side if you can balance. Start with just the legs floating and then lowering. Exhale. Ooh, that's not easy. We're just balancing on this pointy bottom hip bone, which is very difficult. And then release. Good. 2 more. Feeling the outer and the inner thighs working together. All right, now let's add on our broken up side bend. So the legs go first and stay. Bottom arm slides to bring you up. Reverse it to lower down, and then bring the legs to return. Good. Legs, and then slide the upper body. Reverse, and then lower. Good. Couple more times. 1. Side bend up 2. Lower down 3. And then 4. Good. Let's do 2 more like this. And then we'll combine them together. Very good. 1 more time. Up and then over. Good. All right, now let's do both at the same time. So try to kind of even out the movement of the body and the legs. So they're matching in height and then lower. Good. Curl. So it's a pull of the bottom arm and a reach of the top arm. So good. Last two. Very nice. Last one. Oh, and then relax. Oh, good job. Okay, let's flip over onto our stomachs. So come down onto your mat. You're going to cross your hands, elbows bent. Lay your forehead on the backs of your hands. And then you're going to bring your legs to about hip width apart, parallel with the arches of the feet down. Okay, now from here, I want you to push the tops of your feet into the mat, squeeze your glutes, and see if you can pull your abdominals up and away slightly. Okay, so you feel nice and short through your abs and long through your low back. Okay, now trying to not change that relationship of short front, long back as we start moving the legs. So you're going to bend one knee at a time, pull the heel as close to your sitting bone as you can, and then return and find the push of the top of the foot down. And then we switch, pull, and then push. Good. So feeling the difference as we pull the heel to the seat, we're getting the hamstrings going, and as we push back down, we get back into the quads. So it's this nice kind of even work. Very good. And then try to check in, see if you're truly parallel. Yes, if there's any kind of funky things going on with our lower leg, they'll tend to show up here. Yeah, so notice if your foot is wanting to wing off to the side or if your knee is going out of alignment. Yeah, good. Okay, now let's add 2 pulses. 1, 2, and then push into the mat. 1, 2, and then push. Good. Couple more. 1, 2, and press. Good. Try not to let the pulse send a shockwave through your whole body. So keep the stability. 1, 2, and push. 1, 2, and push. Okay, last one. Now we're going to add on some more work for the ankles. So first pulse is pointed, second pulse is flexed, and then we point to return to the mat. Other side. 1, 2, and then press. Good. 1, 2, and press. Good. Hopefully you're not feeling any rocking of the weight side to side on the pelvis. Try to stay nice and centered. That's it. Just nice, short little pulses, keeping it tight, tight, and reach one more time. Tight, tight, and then release back to the mat. Whew, so good. All right, now stay parallel, but bring your ankles all the way together. Now we're going to do both legs at the same time. So let's just go back to nice and easy. 1 bend, and then 1 reach. Feel that hamstring, and then quad. Good. Now that the ankles are together, we also get the added fun of being able to feel a lot more inner thigh and kind of our medial hamstring muscles. So really connect from side to side with those ankles. So good. Okay, now just like before, let's add the double pulse. 1, 2, and then push the feet to the floor. In, and then lengthen. Good, especially when the heels come towards you. That's when those abs like to kind of settle into the mat. So really pull them up in opposition. All right. Okay, you guys. Now, from here, we're not going to add on the flexed ankles, but we are going to move into more of a leg lift. So once we pulse the legs twice, you're going to separate the feet, externally rotate, and lift the thighs off the ground. So you're out kind of wider than hip height. Now bring the ankles back together and set them on the mat. Whew. So let's do that again. So we flex the ankles or the knees. 1, 2, and then we separate, we turn out, and we extend the hips to open, 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 and then come back together. Very good. Couple more. 1, 2, and then we lift, open, separate, and then lower. So good. One more time. 1, 2, and then reach, and then come to the mat. Whew, okay, almost done. Next, we're gonna add on a spinal extension with it. So we pulse for 2. As the legs separate and reach, so do the hands, taking them by your sides to lift the body up. And then as the feet find the mat, just bend to replace them back under the head. 1, 2, everything reaches back on the diagonal. Roll the shoulders back, and then place your body down. Good, couple more. In, and then reach away and lift. And then lower down. Okay, on your next one, we're gonna hold up there and stay. Keep your upper body lifted, and we're just gonna circle the arms forward and then back. Good, keeping your body high and back. So good, bring the pinky fingers in by your hips for 2. On your last one, pause with the arms reaching front. Breathe in and raise your arms and legs even higher off of the mat. And then settle yourself down. Very good. All right, sit yourself back. Curl up into a ball over your heels. Good. Okay, very nice, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye. You did it. Way to go on completing today's workout. I hope you feel amazing. If you want to see even more from Real Good Pilates, click the link down below or right up here to head to my website and claim your 7-day free trial for the Real Good Pilates on-demand subscription platform, where you'll find even more fun and challenging ways to work out with me that are all completely ad-free. Plus tons of subscription exclusive workouts that you won't find anywhere else. So I hope you'll try it out, and I can't wait for you to join me for even more Real Good Pilates. I'll see you over there. Bye.